Little Nicole never imagined or even thought that she would grow up to become a raging methamphetamine addict. What's up, you guys? My name's Nicole Pludre. I'm a person in long-term recovery, and I love to talk about drugs, addiction, recovery, and so much freaking more. I'm going to take you through a little bit of how I became addicted and then how I got sober. So let's fucking get into this. As you can see, this is little Nicole. That's me right there in the middle. I was probably like 7, maybe 8 in that picture, I think. Maybe, yeah, 7. And that's my little sister Michelle and my baby sister Christine. And when we were growing up, we had the best life. My mother and father were amazing. Neither one of my parents struggled with addiction, and I just had a really great childhood. One thing about me, though, is I always struggled with my self-esteem. I always felt less than, not good enough, and I really struggled with my weight as a teenage girl. And so I got prescribed phentermine at the age of 17 years old. And when I took phentermine for the first time, it literally made me feel like a normal human being. It made me feel like I could function, like I could do things like everybody else. And it helped me not obsess over food all the time. So I started to abuse it. The doctor didn't keep prescribing me it because, I only got it for like 30 to 60 days. So when I ran out, guess what happened? I went to the streets. I went to the streets, and that's when I started abusing methamphetamine. In 2012, I met my husband, Neil, and we fell deeply in love. He was my best friend, but we both really struggled with addiction bad. By 2014, July 4th to be exact, we had this little chicken nugget, Nathaniel Alexander Pludre. And basically, my son saved my life. I struggled with addiction for the first year of his life, and he was removed from my care by Child Protective Services. When Nathaniel got taken away from me, you guys, it was devastating, and I could have chose to go downhill. I could have chose to keep on using, but I didn't. I chose to turn my life around and change. And that year that my son was taken from me, I turned my life around and I got sober. And I've been sober ever since, July 13th of 2015. This is a picture of me right before I got sober, at my lowest of low, when I felt so broken. The way I got sober was I went to treatment. Once I got out of treatment, I got into therapy and I got on Suboxone. Suboxone helped save my life. I wouldn't be here today if I did not have access to this life-saving medication. When I first started sharing about being sober on Suboxone, I got a lot of pushback from people in the recovery community. But over the years, people's hearts and minds have opened. I also believe that they realize how serious addiction really is, and they understand that not everybody is the same. This is me, my husband, and my son. This was from last year when we went on a little family vacation, and we had the best time. Choosing to get on Suboxone was the hardest decision I ever made because of the stigma surrounding it. So many people shamed me for my decision. I don't want you to struggle with your decision. If you need to get on life-saving treatment like Suboxone, do it, and don't worry about what anybody else says. For those of you guys that don't know, I work for a place called Recovery Delivered. They're an online telehealth provider where you can get your Suboxone by literally seeing your doctor on video, doing your drug test on video, everything done on video, and then you can go to your pharmacy and pick up your prescription, or they can mail it to your front door. So check it out. It's linked in my bio. My code is Nicole, Nicole, and that gives you 50% off your first appointment. I love you guys. I wanted to share with y'all a little bit of my journey, and I'll talk to y'all later.